Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CRM Analytics video session 110. So basically in today's video, we will actually do the same flatten concept, flatten functionality, which we did on data flow on the recipe section. So of course, I will take the help of the reference of that recipe, which I did on the account hierarchy. And through that, we will just do the same part for role hierarchy as well. Okay. So firstly, let me open that recipe which we did for account hierarchy. So here, let me go to the data flow and recipe. And I have this piece session 16, I guess. Okay, yeah, so this is the way. And what I will do is I will take the help of this recipe and replicate the same. So I will go for this create recipe. And maybe what I can do is I can also open the data flow simultaneously. This is just to help you understand, how some things are done both on the data flow and recipe section. Okay, so just to make you comfortable on both the layer. So at first, of course, I have to take the user role. So I will just go to add input data. I will filter out over here on Salesforce object. Search with the I think that user role is already here. Okay, and let me select the requested ID. I will select ID name, and I will select the parent role ID. Click on next, and the next step will be to flatten the user role hierarchy. So here I will click on this one and I go for the transform node. Straight away I will go for the role ID, and what I will do is I will just click on this flatten node, and here I will select the parent role ID. I will just include the self ID column, that's fine. And here maybe I can just write as what I have written here. Let me just check. So I have written something like account hierarchy and ultimate parent. So I will just write over here user role hierarchy and ultimate user role parent. So, yeah. User role parent, that is fine. And let me click on apply. And the next step will be to actually do the substring calculation. So here I will take this user role parent. Yeah, I have to take the user role parent. So here let me go for the custom formula, and maybe I will take the reference of this one. It will be the same thing. Okay. So instead of here, let me write it as ultimate user role parent. Here, let me write as ultimate user role parent. Okay. That will be a better one. Ultimate role parent. Let me name it as ultimate role parent. And on this ultimate role parent, of course, I will go for that custom formula right now. And here it will be, instead of ultimate parent, it will be ultimate role parent. Okay. And this one, I will just change the API name. Here it will be text. Here, let me write ultimate role parent ID, ultimate role parent ID. And what I will do is I will just quickly change the API name as well, so that we can get the proper expression over there. So here, let me write as user role hierarchy. Here it will be and here it will be user role parent. Sorry, ultimate role parent. That's it. Click on apply. And the next step is basically just to ensure I bring the augment node, right? So I have to bring the augment node where I will be joining the flatten with the user role. Okay. So let me just go over here and let me build that augment. It's augment node. We have to build it in. And let me put the proper name over here as well. And what I will do is maybe from here, or I think it has to be the other way around. Yeah, it has to be from here. From here, I will just join this one. Okay. And that is fine. It will be a lookup. Parent role ID is equal to role ID. And here maybe I can write ultimate user role. Okay, ultimate role. Okay, that's fine. And finally, I will have the data set. Okay, so let me check what is the name I'm given over here. I've given Flatten account hierarchy by recipe. Maybe I can maintain the same thing over here. So I will just go for a data set. Okay, here I will write. This will be the name, and here probably I can give some proper name, user role. So maybe I can write something like user role data set. That's fine. Okay, let me click on apply, and the data set name I can just give it something like this. That's fine, and I will just share it in my recipe data set. Okay, so yeah, that's how it is, and I think user role. I think this is a spelling mistake over here. So I'm joining the user role with the ultimate parent user ID. So yeah, that's how it is. I have taken the user role, okay, and I have flattened it out over here. I have mentioned the proper name. So I have the role ID, parent role ID. I'm including that, and I'm mentioning the user role hierarchy. I'm mentioning the proper API name, okay, ultimate role parent, and finally what I did is I have just extracted that one, okay, so that I get the ultimate parent, okay, over here, ultimate parent role ID. And finally, it is being joined over here just to ensure I get the ultimate parent name. So I think I already have the, yeah, I already have the ultimate, this is the ultimate role dot name. That is fine. So the parent role ID is joining with the ID over here. And finally, I can save and run the recipe. So this will be, I guess, pre-session 17. Let me click on save, and finally we can monitor this over here. So it's running. Let's monitor this. So the data flow ran successfully, and the thing is that here, of course, I don't need this one. So here I will just copy this particular data set, and we will finally cross check. And here directly let me go to my values table, and maybe I have to rearrange a bit, which is fine. Let me take the name, the second name as well, ultimate role ID. Okay, that's fine. So at first I will have the role ID. Okay, this is the child role ID. This is the parent role ID. Ultimate role parent. Parent role ID. Okay, I think this one is not needed. I guess. Yeah, this one I don't need it. I need the name. This will be the child name, and this will be the final name. Okay, so this is my ultimate role ID. Okay, so of course I can rename it always over here. So as you can see, sales India ultimate role ID, name CEO. Okay, yeah. Okay, for some reason this name, check that ultimate role dot name ID, ultimate. Okay. Okay, so there's a slight mistake for which I'm not getting the ultimate role name. The reason being here, actually, on the recipe section, instead of parent role ID, it has to be ultimate role parent ID. Okay, so I missed that part. So it has to be ultimate role parent ID. I have to link it with the ID. What I will do is probably I will save this lens as well. Okay, so in the meanwhile, let me just keep editing. Let me click on apply, and here let me just click on save and run, and I will just save this lens as well. Okay, so here let me write out over here something like user role hierarchy lens, and let me save it in my recipe dataset. Let me click on save. Okay, so yeah, that was the reason for which it was just showing the parent. For example, by sales email, you can see the parent role is coming over here, but we are not getting the ultimate one. The reason being here, I mentioned the parent role ID is equal to role ID. It should be ultimate parent role ID. And yeah, this is now saved. Basically, if I run this, I think we can see the proper result. So that's fine. I think we have to monitor this. Let's monitor this. Okay, so finally, this recipe ran successfully. And as I mentioned here, if I just refresh this, now I think we should get the proper result. So yeah, now we are getting the proper result where for each of the role which we have, we are getting the ultimate user role name over here. Okay, so of course from here we can always make the changes. Like we can also use the edit format, I mean edit attribute, but like we can also make the changes from here where you can mention something like here you can just rename the column to something like ultimate ultimate user role name. Okay, and here also you can mention something like ultimate user role ID. Okay, so that's the thing, and yeah, I think now it's proper. So here I have all the role IDs, the role name. Okay, I have the ultimate. This is the parent role ID, the ultimate role parent, to which we extracted the data set. I mean that this particular ID. I think that calculation I have already explained that remains the same. Okay, and here we have the ultimate user role ID and finally the ultimate user role name. Okay, so yeah, that's the way we can actually go about this one, and through this we are getting the ultimate user role hierarchy, and we can get the ultimate role parenting. Fine, so that's it about this one. Maybe I can save this, and yeah, so we will learn some new concept maybe in our next video. So that's it. uh, Definitely go through this one and let me know your opinion. So yeah, let's meet very soon in the next one.